bring them sounds at one time.
I'm up early in the morning, to get the skrilla. Blue face pillar, the blade dealer. Make a nigga forfeit, cause I'm the realest. Hey, niggas talking short shit, I need a million.
Big stepper, yeah, bitch I be steppin'. Coolin' kit with the flip switch, bitch that's the weapon. No drama.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.
This legend bring them sounds at one time.
I'm Art, and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access Draft Edition with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk, man. And we're going to be talking about Malik Nabers. And he has been mock draft to us at number 6 by Mel Kiper. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about this guy, man. This guy is an absolute beast when it comes on the field, man. He makes catches all over the field. He's very good at run after the catch, route running specialist, speed to burn. Like, this dude is literally a number one receiver that we haven't had in a long, long time. Since Odell Beckham Jr. And ever since we traded him, we haven't had a number one receiver. So I want you Giants fans to picture this, man. Wan'Dale Robinson, Slayton, Hyatt, Malik Nabers. Let's say we go into next season with that cast of receivers for whoever the quarterback is. What are you guys thinking about Malik Nabers, man? As you can see, man, the dude does everything that you want out of receiver. Makes 50-50 catches. Gets good route running from the X, the Z, or the slot receiver positions. An absolute dog, an alpha male when it comes to the receiver. He wants the ball, pause. And he's going to get it done, man. Wherever he's drafted at, hopefully we could get him at 6, or maybe somebody like a Jaden Daniels, the quarterback that was throwing the ball to him. Hell, we should ask him about Malik Nabers and what he can do for the quarterback position. I mean, it's a real thing with this guy, man, and I do believe he can turn this franchise around and being the number one receiver for this team. I understand you want your quarterback. I understand, hey, trade the farm to get Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels because the Bears, the Patriots, and the Washington Commanders are probably going to take quarterback 1, 2, 3. That's the prediction right now. But I'm not willing to trade up major assets to get up there and draft a quarterback that's unknown and trade all our assets. But I know you hear some of the great things that you hear about me saying. But let's get into some other commentators that say some things about Malik Nabers.
To me, he projects as an elite route runner at the NFL level. The change of direction and hip fluidity is reminiscent of Antonio Brown. I think he has really good speed down the field, probably not going to be like a 4.3 kind of guy, but as long as you're at least in the 4.45, even like 4.5 flat range, you can get by as a deep threat in the NFL. As we've seen historically, once you get into the 4.3s, there's kind of a point of diminishing returns, but I have no concerns about his ability to win over the top. He's really good about 5 to 7 yards into a vertical route of changing gears immediately, stacking the corner. He can win at the line of scrimmage and then just turn on the jets, get that 2 or 3 yards of separation to tell the quarterback that he's open, and I think he can be a player that wins at all 3 levels. He ran 54% of his routes from the slot, but I think he could play on the outside in the NFL. He's really good using that shoulder dip move at the line of scrimmage to give press corners a small target and just kind of lean underneath their punch, and he covers space in short areas so quickly. Even though he does kind of have a smaller frame, he can get himself out of range to be jammed really fast, so I don't have too many concerns about him beating press at the next level. He will need to continue to refine that release package. I'd like to see him do a little bit more with his footwork at the line of scrimmage, but I don't think he's a player that's going to have too many issues beating press. And then he's extremely dynamic after the catch. He's got the short area quickness to make the first defender miss. He eats up open space. He can just outrun the entire defense. He can avoid tackles without losing any of his momentum. This year he ranked 3rd among college football receivers with 30 missed tackles forced. It seems like everyone gets compared to Deebo Samuel nowadays. He's not Deebo Samuel. He's not one of these receivers in a running back body that's
So you see, that's some of the things that are said about Malik Nabers as the receiver, but let's go ahead and get into his draft profile and let's talk about Malik Nabers a little further. All right, so let's get into a little bit of the history of Mr. Malik Nabers, potential number 1 wide receiver, draft pick for the New York Giants at number 6. He has been mocked to us in a couple of mock drafts, so let's look into the history of Mr. Malik Nabers, man. We're going to go to NFL Draft Buzz, and we're going to search Mr. Malik Nabers. And there he goes, Malik Nabers, LSU. 6 foot, 200 pounds, LSU receiver. 89 catches for 1,569 yards and 14 touchdowns, and a receiving average of 17.6, which is something that we need here in this offense with the New York Giants. Push the ball down the field. And man, was he great at LSU with getting the ball down the field, man. Let's see any player news they have for him. Consensus board. He's up there with Brock Bowers. He's as you see, Tuesday he was selected as the Giants' number 1 pick in this year's draft in 2024, and going at number 6. So that's some news for your full player statistics. We're gonna get into all the statistics, man. 2023, 89 catches, 1,569 yards, 14 touchdowns, 1 rushing attempt. As you can see, 1 rushing attempt, 1 yard. 2022, 72 catches, 1,000 yards, 14.1 average per catch, 3 touchdowns, and 1 attempt rushing for 5 yards. As you can see, from 2022 to 2023, his stats went tremendously up. He almost got 5 times the touchdowns he got last year. And he got 500 more yards than he did last year, and he upped his yards per catch up by over 3.5 yards and 17 more receptions. So he became way more explosive this year. He has a 92 rating according to the NFL Draft Buzz. So, man, he's a dynamic receiver, man. So let's get into his actual report. Measurables, as you can see, 6 foot, 4.40 and an 84 percentile. I think his play speed is a little bit higher than 4.4, but that's what he brings to the table, man. The defensive rate, his overall rating, when the quarterback is targeting him is 130.6, which is off the charts. They give his hands a 91%, short receiving 100%, which means short area bursts, running quick routes such as slant routes, quick out routes, whip routes, all those type of routes, man. He's ranked up there pretty high. Intermediate routes, he's ranked at 100%. Deep routes, 100%. Blocking at a 70%. This is what we need here with the New York Giants as far as a weapon if we're going to go that route. They give him high grades from hands all the way down to blocking, which is good. He's projected to go in the top 5. ESPN gives him a 3. 24/7 Sports gives him a 4 out of 5. Rivals gives him a 4 out of 5. So very high grades on this kid, man. And I would be ecstatic if we got this guy at 6, man. His player comparisons, Jamar Chase, not gonna like that one of Kadarius Toney and Chris Olave. I believe he's a mixture of Chase and Olave. I believe his route running is like Olave's, and his speed is a little bit better than Jamar Chase's and Chris Olave's as well. So let's get into the bio, man. They says Nabers, he has a total over his career 186 receptions, 2,983 yards with 21 touchdowns in his career at LSU. Let's get to his strengths. They say his strengths: explosive route runner with ability to seamlessly shift gears, making him a huge matchup problem for defensive backs. Elite athletic skills. He made the 2023 Bruce Feldman's freak list, which means basically he's a freak out there on the field, man. Anything you need this guy to do, he can do. At 6 foot, 201 pounds, not the hugest receiver, but he's not little as well, and he's going to have a vertical over 40 inches, which helps him in those 50-50 balls. Like I said, comfortable and skilled in contested catches, consistently turning 50-50 balls into him. Pause. Potent runner after the catch. His run after the catch ability is ridiculous. The more film I watched on this kid, and the more film I continue to watch, I continue to see him juking out defenders, turning 5-yard catches into 30-yard plays, turning 20-yard plays into touchdowns. Man, he did it all, man. And like I said, exceptional leaping ability that comes with the 50-50 contested catches, man, which we need a receiver that can do that. We don't have one receiver on this team that can do that consistently. Maybe he can change that for us. They say he's very physical, even though his slight frame at 6 foot 200, which I don't believe is too slight. But they said he has a very physical presence on the field. Combine that with his awareness and precise timing when it comes to his route running. Hey, man, we might hit with this guy, man. Now, a couple of his weaknesses: he did not run a very huge route tree with LSU, which, I mean, come on, man. That LSU pedigree, man, they run every route, bro. They said the same thing about Jamar Chase. They said the same thing about Justin Jefferson. They say the same thing about all the LSU receivers that come out. And every LSU receiver that you see that goes out there can run routes with the best of them. The Juice Landry, Odell Beckham, all those guys, they come from a pedigree, bro. So I think he's going to be the number 2 receiver behind Marvin Harrison Jr. Roma Dunze is creeping up there. Going to do a video on him as well, man. But he will be effective as an X, Z, and a slot receiver, man. And we could put this guy anywhere on the field, and we could be dangerous. So that's a little bit of the history on Malik Nabers. So let's get back into the video. So, guys, that's it, man. That's a little bit of history on Malik Nabers. He was projected to be the number 6 overall pick by Mel Kiper Jr. Take that for a grain of salt or whatever you want to think about it. I'm intrigued about the pick. I know it's not a quarterback pick. Well, hey, Malik Nabers can help out this team in many different ways. You see the route running. You see the pedigree. I mean, he comes from where Juice Landry, Odell Beckham, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Trey Palmer over there with the Buccaneers. He went from LSU, then he went to Nebraska. But, man, when you come from LSU, man, that is receiver you, and you have a pedigree if you're with the LSU Tigers. So, let me know what you think about Malik Nabers being a New York Giant at pick number 6 in the 2024 draft. If we do not trade up for our franchise QB, which it seems like everybody's wanting us to do that. There have been reports about us talking with the Bears. I'm not reading into it. I'm going as if we're going to stand pat, and Malik Nabers definitely helps out this team. Hey, look, get ready to start a Patreon. I'm going to do a full film review on Malik Nabers. So let's get this video up to at least 200 to 300 likes, and I'll post that full film review on Malik Nabers, and we can dive into the actual footwork, the route running, the awareness, the catch radius, the slot routes, the X routes, the Z routes, the blocking, the mentality, the player in total. That Patreon will be starting soon. I will be putting full film reviews on that Patreon, so look out for that. But until the next episode of New York Giants Full Access, hey, this is the draft edition. It's draft season. Catch you guys in Detroit. You know what it is, man. Peace.
Legend, bring them sounds at one time.
I'm up early in the morning, to get the skrilla. Blue face pillar, the blade dealer. Make a nigga forfeit, cause I'm the realest. Hey, niggas talking short shit, I need a million.
Big stepper, yeah, bitch, I be stepping. Cooling kit with the flip switch, bitch, that's the weapon. No drama.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.
Legend, bring them sounds at one time.
I'm hard, and we got you. And that's it, man. Go purchase Big Pat Sports Talk merch and support the family, man. And welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. Thank you for your support.